Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Crud, Chaplain Reyes' uplifting devotion. Happy Hump Day. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, and, well, we don't get weekends, so let's keep on going. And our quote today is from William Samuel Johnson, and he was one of the signers of the U.S. Constitution, and he also did many other things during the war and before that and after that. And this quote that from him says this: "Hope is necessary in every condition. The miseries of poverty, sickness, of captivity would, without this comfort, be insupportable." And so, hope is a key pillar for us to lean into when we face all kinds of miserable conditions, miserable situations. Now, I was researching and looking at stuff to figure out how to teach and share this word for y'all. I found this article from the Stanford Graduate School of Business, and you can look it up down below in the description. The link will be there. And this article was about the studies of the professor of organizational behavior, Nir Havli. And this article was sharing about some interesting observations that he found in his studies. And so this study involved a very simple game. So they had two people come, and they each had a big red button in front of them. It was a big red button that said attack. And if they had the opportunity within 60 seconds to press the button or not. And so if you did not press the button in 60 seconds, both people got $3. Easy money. However, if one person pressed the button, that person who pressed the button got $2.50. The other person got 50 cents. And so, yeah, you got more money, but you would have gotten less money than you would have earlier. But the other person totally loses out and only gets 2 quarters. What was interesting is that Havli thought, obviously, people would not press the button so that they can both get $3. $3 is more than $2.50, of course. In the study, however, they found that those who felt hopeful pressed the attack button only 31% of the time, compared to with the control group, which people pressed the button 50% of the time. People who were experiencing happiness pressed the button 51% of the time, and people experiencing fear pressed the button 49% of the time. So that's a pretty interesting thing. You think most of the time people would not press the button, so everyone gets money, but people did press the button. And in the study, they not only analyzed if the emotions were positive or negative and if that affected people pressing the buttons, but they also looked at if the feelings were associated with high control or low control, and also with high certainty and low certainty, which is interesting. And this is where a lot of nuance comes in. It's pretty interesting to think about. And what this meant when they were looking at it and analyzing it is that while happiness is a positive emotion and anger is a negative emotion, they both have high certainty. Whereas hope and fear, they both have a low certainty. And then further on in the article, Nir Havli says what's particularly intriguing about hope is that it's a future-oriented positive emotion that often emerges in challenging in different circumstances. People don't feel hope when things are great. It's when they experience a lot of uncertainty and anxiety that hope emerges. The fascinating thing about hope, which was noted by the philosopher Baruch Spinoza, is that it coexists with fear. If there's nothing to fear, there's little reason to feel hope, Havli says. If we can find ways to increase hope, maybe we can decrease defensive aggression. So what wisdom can we glean from this? Both William Samuel Johnson and Nir Havli, they are encouraging us that hope can improve all of our lives. And not just for the individual alone, but it's like hope is a little pebble thrown into a pond. That one little pebble sends waves throughout the pond. On the other hand, fear is a different kind of pebble. It's another pebble that sends out waves throughout the pond with different ramifications. And fear, on the other hand, as opposed to hope, fear influences us to make negative decisions that hurt others and hurt ourselves. Fear causes us to do evil against other people. It causes us to lie, to steal, to hurt, to kill, to gossip, cheat, and all kinds of other evil. And it's because the uncertainty of fear, it causes us to lash out at other people or lash out against ourselves. But hope is the antidote to fear. Hope is also an uncertain feeling. But it's a positive feeling. And hope, think of it this way. Hope is like doing an uphill march. You're doing an uphill ruck march. You're doing a 90-pound ruck. You've been going for miles. And you could either have fear or hope. You can have fear where you sandbag, you drag your feet, you kick and cry, and you moan and groan about the whole thing. Or you can have hope. You're looking up, you're keeping your head up, you're looking at that top of that hill, and you're striving forward, you're hopeful, knowing that I'm going to get to that top of that hill eventually, so I'm going to keep on going. So keep on swimming, guys. Keep on moving. Keep moving forward, and let's have hope.